Hello James, welcome to Hong Kong. So I'm sure that lots of racing fans would like to see your face. And you know, just like everyone knows that you're the one of the most successful jockeys in Hong Kong. Can you tell us what brings you here this time?
Oh well, the international meeting was the first and foremost, and I was lucky enough to get an opportunity by the club to come a little bit earlier and stay a little bit longer as well. So it's been a wonderful trip and thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, can't thank the club enough really, because they've made it really welcoming, and really enjoyed my time here. The racing's been great, and had a little bit of luck along the way.
We can see that just like the IJC, actually your starting point to ride in Hong Kong, dating back in 2011. At that year, you finished second to Frankie Dettori as a teenager, and then now you're just like becoming you're almost winning every big races over the world. So just like, can you tell us the major difference compared yourself? Of course, you are lucky to have a lot of support, right?
Yeah, that's probably the little bit of a difference. Getting a good book of rides, and yeah, obviously at an age where I can really enjoy it and probably cope with the tough surroundings here. It's a tough jurisdiction, and it's very competitive, and yeah, it's an environment I really enjoy now.
Nowadays, the club always attract the younger jockeys to come to Hong Kong, to send invitation to them to ride. How important as a youngster to compete against with the big names for the IJC?
Of course, it's always fun. It's always a good opportunity to test your skills, and new opportunities is always great. And you never know where the next big one's going to come from. We see Romantic Warrior's been a wonderful flagship horse for myself and Danny and the team, and yeah, he's such a privilege to be a part of that sort of scenario, and that wouldn't have come about if I didn't make trips to Hong Kong or have an opportunity to ride in the IJC, which was a great stepping stone, and thoroughly enjoy it. Amazing atmosphere, and great to be competing against some unbelievable good jockeys in that series.
You have a very successful career in Australia, but actually you're from Kiwi, from New Zealand. New Zealand is a wonderful place, not only producing champion horses, but also champion jockeys. So can you tell us, are you coming from a racing background? Because we know your brother, Luke, is quite tall actually.
A little bit, yeah. He's 6 foot, so he's obviously got all the tall genes, but yeah, we come from a racing background. Father was a trainer back home. He prepares a lot of horses for Singapore and Macau and probably Hong Kong as well, but mainly Singapore. But yeah, we've always grown up around the horses on a dairy farm or close to a dairy farm. Most of my family are dairy farmers, and yeah, so we've been around the animals the whole life.
So can you tell us what are the turning point for you to move your career from New Zealand to Australia?
I got an opportunity from John O'Shea actually to come across, and yeah, it wasn't a simple move at all. I was pretty young at the time, 17, and I was going really well back home, so it was quite a bit of a leap into, or a bit of a leap of faith, I suppose. But John O'Shea was really good to me, and he gave me a really good opportunity. And yeah, we go back to taking the opportunities when they come, and the IJC was one to come to Hong Kong, and I suppose John O'Shea gave us that little window where we could go to Sydney. Great racing jurisdiction as well, very tough and competitive, and yeah, it's been my home since, and really enjoyed it.
So as you said, just like your father is a trainer, and also just like lots of families are coming from racing families. So what you enjoy racing the most? The adrenaline of horses, and just like I talked to Ocean Murphy, he said he always wished to ride fast horses. So is it every jockey's?
Well, that's the name of the game for a jockey, is to ride the fastest horses possible. And yeah, we've been lucky enough to have ridden some unbelievably good ones over my time, and hopefully we get more opportunities to ride just as good ones. But yeah, it's the thrill of obviously winning and competing, and it's a great sport to be a part of, and it's very challenging and has its ups and downs, but the ups are fantastic, and yeah, it's a cool sport to be a part of.
As a sports person, I'm sure that you also go through some up and downs. Of course, everyone sees the glamours, just like the best thing, but also there's lots of hard work behind the scene. So can you advise us, for the people who are just having some hard time, how can you overcome all the downs in your career?
Well, it's just about turning up and doing your best, and And that's all you can do really. As long as you work hard and give yourself the best opportunity, it will turn around eventually. You keep working away and yeah, keep doing your best.
So I'm sure that your father could be just like a model for you in your race career. Do you have any idol, just like any jockeys that you really want to be him, just like achieve like something like
well,
that?
when I was a young kid growing up, I really enjoyed watching Preble, Brett Preble. He was a really good idol of mine, and probably in recent years we've seen Darren Beedman, who was I think one of the greatest of all time. And now we see Ryan Moore, so they're probably three big ones that past, present, and one that's still going. But yeah, they're pretty outstanding jockeys. But that's only to name a few.
So you have written so many Group 1 winners. Can you name, or do you have any special one that really in your heart, just like the Melbourne Cup or
yeah,
also
well,
the cosplay?
The Melbourne Cup was something I've never experienced before. It was a remarkable day, and it's something I'd love to experience again because it's been the first time. It all was pretty surreal. So that would be well up there. The Everest was great, amazing atmosphere, but probably one of the most proudest ones is Romantic Warrior's second Hong Kong Cup because of all the things he had to go through, and
Yes.
He just holds a really special place in my heart. Like that, he's just a warrior. He's well named, being a warrior. He just fights tooth and nail, and he's a champion racehorse. And to go down to Australia and win a Cox Plate was, well, arguably one of our best races in Australia, and then come back to win one of the best races in Hong Kong. It's no easy feat, and he's done a marvellous job. It's the whole team, Danny Shum and everyone, just trained him to perfection. And yeah, it's really good.
So I read an article a few days ago about international races before in the gala dinner, and then Vincent Ho asked Ryan Moore just like some advices how to overcome the draw 14. And one thing Ryan Moore is just like talk about is just like believe in the horses. And I can definitely apply this to you and Romantic Warrior because you know Romantic Warrior at his first start in Australia in the Turnbull Stakes. So everyone had a high expectation in him, but he finished fourth, which is quite good already. You are the one who always believed the horse will win better, and just like definitely your dream come true as well.
Yeah.
Because how important of you to why you have so much confidence in the horse?
Well, he's a champion racehorse, and you're never out on him. He's just a ripping racehorse who just jumps really quickly from the stalls, puts himself in a good position, gives himself every chance, and you know he's not going to lay down. He loves competing, and I love competing, and maybe that's why we get on so well. But yeah, I just got a really soft spot for him, and I think he's a great horse, and hopefully we have many more great days on the racetrack because I think we haven't seen the last of him.
Yeah. From the first day you ride on this horse, do you already expect that he can be the world-class champion like this?
That's a good question. Probably not. I rode him only this time last year, or well, a year and a half ago, and he did enough to win, but then he come and won a Hong Kong Cup by 5 lengths after that. So that's probably the race that stamped himself as the champion that he was, and then he's gone on to do remarkable things since, and things that horses don't normally do. To travel to Australia, to go through all those protocols that he did was incredible. To win a Cox Plate and then come back to win a Hong Kong Cup, it's just a remarkable feat. And yeah, he's definitely go down with one of the really good horses that I've ridden.
Yeah. When we talk about 2022, it is a magical year for you. Not only winning the world-class champion, world-class best jockey, but also you and Katie welcome your first child, Evie. So can you tell us what's the being a jockey or being a daddy is more challenging?
Probably a jockey, I suppose. More workload. No, Evie's really good. She's just growing up really quickly, as they will do. I suppose everyone would say that, but yeah, I think she's enjoying Hong Kong just as much as we are, and yeah, she's loving it. She's obviously got great facilities to play around in, and yeah, she's going to grow up really quick, but she loves the horses as well,
Yeah.
which is a scary thing.
So how can you handle it if you tell that, Daddy, I would like to
No,
be a
she's
jockey?
not. She's going to be a lawyer or a doctor.
So there's and also there's some press talking about, oh, there will be a chance that in the future you would like to move your base from Australia to Hong Kong, because I would think that would be because the family and the baby growing up, then you have more time with her, because Australia there's a racing every day. In Hong Kong there's only 2 race meeting per week. So are you really seriously to move your base there with, in the future to Hong
Yeah,
Kong?
you never know what the future holds. So yeah, it's yeah, like I say, it could happen. It might not happen. I don't know. But yeah, one thing I can say is I thoroughly enjoy it here, and I enjoy the racing, and I enjoy how it's run. It's so professionally run. It's incredible, and yeah, it's a great jurisdiction to be competing in.
So you still want to, you have won so many races, but is there still some races that you would like to win?
I'd love to win a Hong Kong Derby. I think that's right up there. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Last but not least, so if you have a chance to invite 3 people for dinner, who would they be?
It would be Donald Trump, Floyd Mayweather, and Nadal.
Yeah, I like him as well. So can you play tennis?
Not really, but he's an unbelievable sportsman.
Yeah, so how about what's the reason for other 2?
I find them very fascinating, and yeah, yeah, just fascinating.
Yes. So if there's some advices for the youngest generation who would like to join the racing industry, any tips for them?
Yeah, just have a passion for it and enjoy it and treat it like it's not a job, and you'll go a long way.
Thank you very much,
Thank
James.
you. Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.